sir. Damn, I should have fell all over my laptop. That is no bueno.
Smith is active.
Son of a bitch. CPR, Bubba. Please tell me I should do this. Oh, we're good. We're good. All right. Bro, that's so funny.
Right when they started on.
Yeah. Not only that, but luckily, it didn't get caught on. That'd been funny though, huh?
Oh,
Just so you guys know, real quick, we're just waiting for some people to jump on with us, but I just spilled water all over my fucking laptop. Excuse my language. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know if that's a sign to me and the Cowboys. Like, is that how I should look at it right now?
possibly.
Dang. All right, let's get this thing going, baby. All right, that's what we got going on today. What's up? Good morning. It's your boy Rene. Along with me today is Mr. Cheech himself. What to do, Cheech? How are you, man?
I'm back. I'm good. What about you?
Yo, I'm good, man. Thanks for coming on today. Today, JB won't be joining us. He had some stuff going on. He's not showing up like his team, which is expected. That was a little jab at JB, but it's all good. All right, man. So this shit kind of started off a little rough already. I spilt my water everywhere. But it's all good.
Tragic.
It's all good. So let's start it off, Cheech. Let's start off with a little, not that one. Let's get a little coffee set go here. We got the Expresso Round. It's just me and you. So this lineup was set up for 4 of us, but that didn't quite play out. But anyways, so I'm going to ask you some true or false questions. If you get it wrong, you got to take a shot of the espresso itself. So, and then if you get it right, I got to take it. So one of us is going to be super wired because there's 4 of them.
I bet you I take all 4.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Peyton Manning retired with the Broncos. Ding, ding.
False.
Ding, ding. False. No, it's actually true. He had the option and he chose to retire with the Broncos. The party is here. We got Jonathan Torres, but let's take that espresso shot real quick. Jonathan Perez. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Jonathan Perez is in the house, baby.
Man, disgusting.
Repping that Texas Rangers hat. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I definitely know they aren't very well.
I'm not either, but
You just like the hat? I like that. Let's see. All right, bro. So we just started the show. Once again, Jonathan Perez, appreciate you coming on, bro. Real quick, my boy Slangs Vehicles.
Yes, Roswell Honda.
You can catch my dude at Roswell Honda. You can also contact my guy at what's the phone number that they can reach you at?
More than likely my cell phone, 575-703-1568. I don't just sell Hondas, guys. I do used vehicles. We own 7 car lots. I can find anything you need. If not right now, near future. Good deals, best bottom dollar deal if you come to me. Come see me at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd Street.
Yo, check him out, Roswell Honda. If you need a car, that's the one. He's the one. This is the guy right here. Go. So Is it still going, bro? It is?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Is there anything incremental we can do?
Is it fixed? Is it fixed? Is it fixed?
We can hear it now.
Cool. All right, cool. That was rough, but it's all good. All right, so let's get back to it. Shit. All right, so now we're running a little bit behind, so we're gonna be a little bit on a little tempo here. But all right, so 9-man matchup, like I was saying, I got running backs for San Francisco 49ers against the Dolphins, giving up 130 yards plus right now. They're not very good whatsoever. I just hope that they don't bring in Tua yet. I think it's too early, especially against this defense. You don't want to bring it in, even though they are missing players to injuries. So, also my second 9-man matchup is going to be the Steelers defense. The Philadelphia Eagles is giving up 14 sacks. Carson Wentz has thrown 7 interceptions. You're talking about the best pass rush defense in the NFL right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't see them stopping them. The offensive line still isn't very healthy. And Carson Wentz just holding on to the goddamn ball too long. That's just as simple as it gets. He holds on to the goddamn ball too long. Philly's just not very good. The NFC isn't good at all whatsoever as of right now. But we're about to turn on the page there.
Screw these.
But those are my 2 9-man matchups. If you're in fantasy or DraftKings, I would recommend starting the Steelers defense. I know it's going to cost a little bit, but it's definitely going to be worth it, I think, after today. Also, like I said, throw in one of those running backs from San Francisco. They had breaking news this morning. The Pats and Broncos game was rescheduled because they had a positive test. But I also saw that they ended up not having any positive tests whatsoever.
Really?
They ended up
I saw something
negative.
about a coach, I think on the Titans,
Yeah.
tested positive today.
So that's gonna be interesting. And also the other game that's up for grabs right now is the Tuesday night game, which is the Bills and Titans. That one's pretty much like waiting for testing in the morning, and then they're gonna go from there. So that's something else to look into. But let's start these quick picks. Let's talk some football now. Enough of me talking. Jonathan, we got the Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. What do you think's gonna happen there, and who you got?
Panthers and Falcons. I don't know. That's kind of rough. I would probably I would probably go with the Falcons. Not really too sure why. I don't see the Panthers. I don't see them doing it. I mean, they're just not there.
Falcons aren't gonna have Julio Jones.
Yeah,
He's inactive. His hamstring is jacked, so Calvin Ridley is going to be their main guy. I think the Panthers. This is actually on my Bettors Bet. I actually picked the Panthers to win. The only reason I picked them to win is one, the Falcons' defense is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's defense sucks right now, right? Like, there's only very few teams that have.
Calm down there.
Yeah,
Let's calm down there. Sorry.
Majority
Speak for y'all.
But it does seem like the NFL's just racking up points everywhere. Like, I mean, when you look at the passing leaders, you got like Russ, Dak, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers.
Everybody's slinging it.
Yeah,
I think for anybody throwing 500 yards is just. I mean,
it's
even
insane.
350. I mean, that's crazy. I think defenses are giving up too much right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if it's because they're not calling as many
Speak for your own team.
flags. No, yeah. But I mean, there's like 5 defenses that are solid in the NFL right now. But outside of that, it's like.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean, even when you look at like the Chiefs, I mean, the Chiefs are still getting up 20 plus points again. You're not seeing very.
They've never been a good defensive team though.
Yeah, I mean, until the playoffs they make that little run, but that's gonna be interesting. I do have the Panthers winning today. I think Teddy Bridgewater he's hot as hell right now. He's rolling. He's slinging that rock.
Dan Quinn gets fired.
Yeah, for sure. And I
They
think
lose Dan Quinn.
that's exactly why I think they're
He gets
gonna
fired.
lose too.
Yeah, he gets
I think
fired.
this is it.
He gets fired.
Bill O'Brien's first, and now we got good old Mr. Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
done.
out of there if they lose it.
Cardinals and Jets. What do you got there?
Cardinals, Jets, Cardinals. The
Easy
Jets
one.
are horrible.
Yeah,
the Jets are the worst
Yeah,
team I've
let's
ever
see.
seen.
Cardinals.
They're one of the worst.
Joe Flacco and
This
Joe
is
Flacco
my
started
team.
today.
I think Clemson could beat the Jets.
Damn.
That's how bad I think they are. Dude, horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, Darnold's not playing?
No, he got benched. Well, he got benched, but he's hurt. Whatever.
Yeah, either way, it doesn't matter. They're good.
It's a practice run for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
sure.
this is a warm-up.
I mean, and the Cardinals did come off a loss against the Panthers last week, so
And Kyler played horrible, so I
yeah,
think
he had a rough last game. And you gotta
And
assume
D-Hop
that.
played
D-Hop,
good.
yeah, exactly. That's just what I was about to say. You gotta assume he's gonna go off. So I agree with you there, man.
And then the safety for the Jets runs like he's a chicken with his head cut off. He doesn't know what the hell's going on at the time, bro.
Let's go Rams Washington. I think that's gonna be a clean sweep. Rams are just gonna completely give it to them.
Destroy that.
That offense is high powered. I think they're actually legit.
That's a matchup nightmare, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Golf, I guess.
Goff going off against them. Yeah, for sure. And Chase Young's still hurt. They did make the swap with Kyle Allen starting quarterback. That's another swap they made. So Kyle Allen's a starting quarterback, and they benched.
And if he gets hurt, Alex Smith is the backup.
Yeah, that'll.
I
don't want to see somebody get hurt, but
he'll literally. He can't even walk.
yeah, it'd be like
Not a limp.
I want to just see him snap once. Like the
Take a
whole
knee.
story's cool. Have you guys seen the what is it? 30 for 30.
That was E60 thing.
E60. There you
Yeah,
go.
poor
Yeah.
guy.
It's
I feel bad
pretty
for him.
interesting. I kind of feel bad for his wife and kids. Like
He almost lost his
Yeah.
I was trying to play football still.
over not
already.
cleaning the wound right.
Yeah.
Like, just something so simple. I think he had like dirt inside the cut or whatever. And
Yeah,
it
we got to
affected
cut
it.
your leg off, dude.
Can you imagine that shit?
I don't know what I would do. They told me, hey, we got to cut your leg off.
Hey, shout out to all of them, bro. Because shout out to people with no leg.
That's a tough sport. Tough loss.
For sure, bro. Damn. Shout out to them.
Imagine he's out there playing with a wooden leg. That would be sick.
That shit'll break. Once they clip it, it'll break.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's go to the Bengals and Ravens. There was some questions about Lamar Jackson playing. As of right now, as of what I know, he is going to play. He was questionable going in with the illness and also a lingering injury. But he is in. What do you guys think on that?
Ravens.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's pretty good, but
Yeah,
give me the Ravens.
Joe Burrow is woke.
Lamar will walk again. Because the Bengals defense isn't very good.
Yeah,
So I give it.
I think I'm just jumping on the hype, but I like
Burrow.
the Bengals.
Oh,
I'm such a hater on Lamar Jackson because I think Lamar Jackson, if you force him to throw in the pocket, that's where you get, that's where you see his weakness. I'm still not sold that this guy can throw the goddamn ball. And if that knee is actually really hurt, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because if it is hurt, he's not gonna be as aggressive running the ball.
yeah.
So he's gonna kind of force himself to throw it, and I feel like that's when Baltimore has had losses. A stat that I've looked up is anytime Lamar throws over 30 passes, I think they're like 1-6 or 1-5 or something like that. So
Yeah, you got to force him to
Yeah.
throw.
if he's forced to throw, which I think he will be today, depending on how that knee is, that's gonna be an interesting game to look at. I think the odds right now are sitting at like +11, +10 for the Bengals, so it might not be a bad snag, but then again, it might be a terrible bet because that offense is insane. So that's gonna be an interesting matchup today. Let's move on to the next one. We got the Jags versus the Texans. Bill O'Brien's fired, so now it's Deshaun Watson's team. I guess their assistant coach is now the interim coach. They're awful,
Jags,
right?
I think the Jags win.
Is
I
that-
just think they're just falling apart.
It's
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out Gardner.
Hey, let me ask y'all this real quick while we're on that. Mustache or beards? I seen some stuff talking about that. We all got a little thing going. You got the full beard. I got the little goatees. Is that what we call this?
Yeah.
Goatee. And you got the
I
mustache.
decided to rock the mustache for a couple of weeks.
I would say what works best for you. I don't think, not everybody can grow a beard and not everybody can do the
I think it
mustache.
depends on what you grow.
Yeah.
Cause like if you grow one of the like Amari Cooper beards, bro, shave it. Do you see that? It's like
Yeah,
grows
it's all
here
patchy.
and then there's nothing right here at all.
It looks like my backyard. Just patches of grass.
If you're patchy, you just
And he probably puts oils all over all the gaps, and it's just like nothing's
nothing's growing there. Dude. Nothing's growing there.
Have y'all? What's that grass commercial where they're spraying that green shit? They're like instant grass or whatever. That's what he needs on his fucking thing. But now I can't grow a damn beard to save my life. But I do think beards change the game though, because there's some dudes that if they shave their face,
They look cool.
like yeah, no homo. But if they shave their face, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
don't go out until that shit comes.
I saw that King in the Sting.
You're tripping out. Is that where,
Yeah, that's what I was listening to.
Yeah, that's actually where I got it from.
Gang,
I was
gang.
curious about that. Yeah, for real, that's some shit. If you go watch King Sting, that's some fun
Great
shit.
podcast.
They say some borderline shit, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're sensitive, like a lot of people in this world are right now, don't go watch it
Yeah.
because they're definitely
I
borderline.
don't care.
But they're funny as hell. If you got a sense of humor,
Yeah,
they're funny as hell.
Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, I actually Brendan Schaub's actually grown on me quite a bit.
He's not as he used to be corny to me. Man.
Yeah, now he's
actually
just
like pretty funny.
he's genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't try so hard, which is super cool. Have you seen that?
I haven't.
King and Sting?
It's funny.
I'll check it out.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. It's definitely one of those like if you're having like if you're having a shitty day and you just don't want to hear people, they kind
Check
of
it out.
they're the ones that get you up and honestly you probably start talking shit because
I kind of do that anyway.
I catch myself saying shit.
they'll get you rolling like you feel like you're there and you're just like all right like I'm about to roast
I
somebody.
catch myself like saying stuff like that now.
Yo, me
Listening
too.
to it so much, I'm like,
Me too. What does Theo say? He says, bruh,
yeah.
damn, bruh. Like,
Gang.
that's, yeah.
Brandon the gang.
I do catch myself talking like that. It's kind of annoying sometimes. But, all right, Dolphins versus 49ers. Shit, I got the Niners winning this easy.
Yeah.
Easy
Niners,
money.
for sure. You
Nah,
think we see Tua?
I hope not. You don't want to bring him against his defense.
I lose. We see him next week.
Yeah, hopefully. I want to see him play. I think the only way he's going to get better is by reps with no offseason or anything like that.
Let him lose.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, they're going to lose anyways.
I mean, Herbert's already playing.
Yeah, which he's a
Burrow.
stud.
Herbert's really good. Herbert's really good.
Yo,
He
he's
drove
a
the
stud.
Tom Brady last week.
Yeah,
So,
he's been lining it up, dude.
Yeah,
I like
pretty
him.
good.
If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm pumped because they're really about a piece away from making some noise.
and then they stay healthy.
Yeah,
That's their big. Been their
100%.
biggest thing.
That's their biggest issue. But if they're one piece away outside of, I think if they bring in, I think their defense is pretty set. Obviously, I think you can always bring in another pass rusher or a shutdown corner.
Yeah.
But they got two solid corners there, and then their safety James is a beast. If he can stay healthy, of course. I think this was his second year.
Yeah.
So I mean they're set up to win. I think if they bring one more weapon in on the wide receiver position, because what's his name's getting old already.
Keaton.
Yeah, I mean he's getting up there in
Yeah.
years. So
And he's been hurt a lot, so it's just starting to catch up.
exactly.
Too.
They got
And a running back. They probably need another running back.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, you got that rookie.
He's alright.
He's not. I mean, he's not terrible. And they got Austin Eckler.
He just got terrible.
Yep.
Yeah. There.
Let's move on. Cowboys Giants. This is actually not part of my matchups that we're going to discuss and break down because Dallas should win this game. But I also said that last week.
We both said it.
the week before. So I'm not betting on this game today. God, last week was so rough. Like I won my Bettors Bet bets, but I screwed myself on all the personal bets because damn man, I just went all in on Dallas, and then Dallas was down, so I was like, "We're gonna cook that." So I doubled down on it. Oh yeah,
Because they're like, if
I almost feel like they. Hey, Cheech, we're back on. Can you just check the audio real quick? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. Guys. All right. Damn. All right, that was a good commercial break. If y'all didn't hear it, this show is sponsored by Matc Boutique. Check them out. They got all your women's clothing when you're having issues and you want to satisfy your wife and you can't satisfy her the other way because she's mad at you. Go get her some clothes, son. Go to Amity Boutique NM on Facebook. They just had a giveaway. They got custom shirts. They got your fall gear, and they're gonna have your winter gear. Their website is under construction right now, so be on the lookout for it. Amity Boutique, check it out, baby. All right, let's keep this shit rolling, man. So Cowboys and Giants, that's what we're talking about. I got the Cowboys winning. They're the favorites on Bovada. They're -10. They're picked to win. This offensive line is depleted to the max, son. We have nobody right now. The only person that is survival of the fittest, just like COVID, right, is Zach Martin, which they're going to move him to left tackle. It's going to be his first time there, I believe. And then we got a rookie center at this point. Our right tackle is going to be his first start. It's rough. Xavier Woods is from what I thought is he was going to be the starting safety. Brandon Thomas this morning is going to be Wilson. That's going to be his first start at safety. At this point, I don't know that the defense can get any worse. So if we're gonna move,
it's only up from here.
Yeah, we're getting. What did you see earlier? We're giving up 34 points a goddamn
36
game.
and a half. 36 and a half.
They're on pace to be the worst defense ever.
They look like it.
Man, it's so disgraceful.
This is football talk on UFC. Don't make it right.
They look like it.
It's so disgraceful. It's so disappointing.
It is.
Yeah, I almost wore a trash bag to today's show.
The Cowboys have one.
If we would have been playing anybody but the Giants, bro, I would have had my trash bag defensive player.
I almost feel bad for Cowboys fans for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I'm just watching it and I'm like, how are you this bad? Like when Odell got that little end around, and he was like 20 yards behind the line, and I was like, oh, that's good. And he broke it for a touchdown.
Son,
I just started laughing.
Our defense is trash. I mean,
talk about the biggest high in the world just getting smashed down. I saw Alden Smith hit the gap, and I'm like, got him!
Yeah.
I was like, I literally got up and I was like, got him! And then OBJ just outruns him, and I'm like, no, tackle! And after that,
It's like all the other players stood and watched and just like arm
Yeah.
tackled.
Yes.
it's because like Xavier Woods said they don't pay 100% every down.
Oh well, I can tell.
God, what a disappointment, bro. My question is why the hell has Jerry Jones not made a phone call, a goddamn text message, or for his old ass sent an email to Earl
Mail him a
Thomas's
letter.
agent?
You can tell them a letter.
Yeah, maybe he did mail him a
Postal
letter,
service is
and
kinda
he got
behind.
lost. Yeah.
Postal service kind of behind. He probably got it.
I just don't understand what's going on. Jerry Jones pisses me off. The guy talks so goddamn much. I don't know if you listen to the 105.3 The Fan, but the guy just talks so much shit. It's like he looks forward more to shitting on his team rather than trying to fix it. I said last week, Dallas's defense is a cancer. Like our defense has cancer right now. The only way to cure cancer or help cancer is chemotherapy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm obviously not a doctor. I'm just an idiot trying to talk about sports. But chemotherapy is what helps it, right? So you take chemotherapy or you pass on it, and then you just allow your body to do what it's going to do, and then you say goodbye. That's where we're at right now. We're like stage 5. Like you need help, and Earl Thomas is our chemotherapy. He might be an asshole. He might be an asshole in the locker room. He might give people problems, but that's probably what we need right now. Like, there's no discipline on that defense. Nobody really gives a shit. DeMarcus Lawrence acts like he's gonna step up and be a leader, but in reality, he don't give a shit. Or I don't get that vibe because he's not speaking out unless you had some cojones. I mean, Bennett and Michael Bennett was our biggest vocal guy, and he came in on a 1-year deal last year. Like, come on, guy. Like, you're making that. You got that bag, and you still can't speak up. Like, come on.
$100 million for 5 sacks in 2 years.
This has to be Dallas's best performance. Like, they're playing a shitty. They're playing a shitty offense. The offensive line sucks.
They're playing a horrible team.
Yeah, it's terrible all the way around. Like, if there's anybody that's worse than the Cowboys, it's the Giants.
If they lose today, what do they do?
There's jobs everywhere. So.
You're
You're fired.
Yeah,
you're
what do
fired.
they do?
You're fired.
What do they do?
It depends what happens. If we fucking give up 30 points to the Giants or to not even
Saquon,
not even Dan Jones, but Jason Garrett's offense. If we give up 30 points to Jason Garrett's offense, Nolan is done before halftime. Like done. Hey, what's crazy is I'm gonna say I'm at fault for this. I didn't do my research, but Nolan hadn't coached for 4 years, right? And the last time he coached the defense, he had the worst defense in the NFL for 2 years. That's insane. How the hell did we pick that up? But I was on the hype train because we had Mike McCarthy. I'm like, oh, Mike McCarthy's picking all his people. So I was like, oh hell, he's got to be good. Just got to take his word for it. And yeah, that hurt.
Thing is, they can lose this game still in the division.
That's what's good. and that's why I got my Steelers. I got that black and gold or black and yellow on today. Well, I don't have it on literally, but you know what I mean. I'm bleeding a little bit black and yellow. I'm gonna have that song on black and yellow before the game starts.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
But all right, man. Enough of the Cowboys. Let's move on. So we got
a real team.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, but let me just say this, assholes. Dallas is gonna switch this around because our next stretch of games is gonna be pretty. It's not hard. Our next 4 games are gonna be. It's within the division, which is the worst division in the world right now, right? And then we got the Arizona Cardinals. So Dallas can easily win 4 straight games. And when we make that comeback, and Cowboy fans, don't be hyped if we win today. Don't be hyped. Don't be that Cowboy fan. Don't be on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, we're here. We're not here yet, but we are coming, son. These first 4 weeks were just preseason games as of right now, and we just happen to suck in the preseason. It's time. It's time. I feel it. It's time. Cowboys are coming back. I'm telling y'all. And then whenever we're 10-6, you assholes, and we make the playoffs, come see me.
They're gonna be 6-10.
Come to the bar and talk that shit, baby. Come to the bar and talk that shit. All right, let's move on. We got the Raiders against the Chiefs. This is gonna be interesting. You got 2 offensive-minded coaches. The Raiders are 2-2 right now, so they're looking kind of rough. But I mean, their
defense is pretty good.
Well, they've been holding them up. They've been doing their job. It's just a matter of them being able to finish drives. But what do you guys think about Patrick Mahomes? I mean, it seems like they've been kind of slowed down just a little bit. There were some controversial calls against the Patriots the last time they played. And, I mean, they could have easily lost that game. There was a couple calls that really swung it around. Yeah. I think if Cam Newton would have played, I think we obviously would have seen it different. I think we would have seen a different result.
I think Bill Belichick has the Chiefs' numbers, though. Because they always don't play good against the Pass. Well, I think.
They have the number except the correct area code. Because they don't win. They don't win on it. Yeah.
Also, Brian Boyer.
Yeah, if Cam Newton plays, it's a completely different game. But I got the Chiefs winning today. Yeah. I just don't think the Raiders have it. I do think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think we're going to see the Chiefs kind of go off because they've been held back just a little bit. They haven't been putting up those 30, 40 points like they typically do. And Patrick Mahomes just hasn't. The one thing about Patrick Mahomes is he's been taking what the defense gets him.
That knockout was insane.
From last night?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to roll with the Chiefs. My son, sadly, but I still love him as a Chiefs fan.
I still love him.
I named him Dez for a reason, and he was a Cowboys fan for a long time. But I'm gonna roll with him and make his little heart happy, and roll with the Chiefs. Hope they win. He's a Mahomes fan.
Is a bad guy, but I can't respect anybody with ketchup on their mac and cheese.
Help me out.
You never heard about that?
Nope.
Dude, he said he puts ketchup on his mac and cheese. And he puts ketchup on everything. Yeah. He's everything.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
Dog, Patrick Mahomes is the richest 22-year-old or however old he is. He can do whatever he wants.
I know, but I can respect it. I can respect that.
This guy has stake in a baseball team already. He's already won a Super Bowl. Like, he could put mustard on anything, bro. He could put mayonnaise. Like, if he was just like, I eat my hot dogs with mayonnaise. Like, I feel like people have to start trying mayonnaise on their hot dog. No?
Not me.
Hard pass.
Not me.
Is it because he's in the? Is it because they're in the AFC?
Nah, it's solely just because of the mac and
It's
cheese.
disgusting. Ketchup on even eggs is disgusting.
What? What
Yeah.
you do like paste salsa
I'm
with cheese?
Mexican. I'd probably do fresh salsa. My grandpa makes jar salsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything with chili, but not ketchup is disgusting to begin with.
Bro,
I'll do it on a burger, maybe some fries sometimes.
so y'all just don't like ketchup.
Nah, I love ketchup. Not on my mac and cheese. Not on my mac and cheese.
That is weird. Well, my friend does ketchup on spaghetti. I used to think that was weird. Yeah.
It's nasty.
Well, I mean, I don't eat it like that, so I guess it's still weird. But yeah, he'll just yuck him. Keep on going. All right, let's move on. All right, we got the Colts versus Browns. This game's super. This is probably one of the games that I will be watching. Every time I go against the Colts, they win. I swear. So I'm gonna do Kevin Kelly a favor. And I'm picking the Browns today. I think Browns are running on momentum. I think if they stick to what they're doing and Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham understand their role, to not just be the best player, but be the best player to help them win. I think Jarvis Landry kind of goes off today because I feel like a lot of attention is going to be put on Odell Beckham. Kareem Hunt is out today.
Kareem Hunt out?
Yeah. Not Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb's out. So Kareem Hunt's going to get the majority of the runs. The one thing that I hope the Browns don't do is get away from winning football. And that's running the goddamn ball. Don't get away from what you are.
Look, we told y'all to run the football last week, and y'all put up 45 points.
Yeah, and they also ran for 300 plus yards against the Dallas Cowboys. So a completely different defense. They're not going to run for 300 this week. Yeah. This Indianapolis defense is good. They're no joke. They're definitely top 10. They got a good pass rush. They got a rookie running back. My only question, my biggest question mark is still on Phillip Rivers. This guy has yet to prove to us that he can ball out. He hasn't balled out. I'm waiting for that game, and this might be the game he does it. But the Browns are finally getting healthy, man. The one thing I said from week one was I think the Browns are going to win that division. I got a question mark still there, but the only reason that they got blown out by Baltimore in week one is they were missing three starting DBs at that. They were missing a linebacker. They're missing one of their solid defensive linemen. That defense was just completely jacked, and that team lives off that defense. That's where the momentum comes from. Whenever you live off your defense and they're just completely wrecked, I mean, there's not much you can do, especially when your team isn't used to putting up points. So I do have the Browns winning today. They're a lot healthier, and that's the reason I go with them. That's actually a really good bet because the Colts are a favorite in this game. So I'll hit the money line, go with the Browns. What do y'all think?
I'll go with the Browns. Yeah. They're hot right now. Yeah. Where they won 3 straight?
Yeah, 3 straight. And granted, I know some people are like, chill out. They haven't played nobody. They played the Dolphins, the goddamn Cowboys. They're legit, son. They're putting up points. They're running the goddamn ball. Kareem Hunt, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns this year. 50 carries. When you see 50 carries on a running back stat, that means he's running the goddamn ball.
They have weapons.
Oh, yeah.
They have weapons.
That offense is so loaded. But it's not the offense that I want to focus on. Today, you got to focus on that defense, and they're going to win on this game, son.
Playing good, too, is going to bring the best out of you.
Yeah.
It always does.
Yep. And the Colts slow down the games. That's how the Colts typically win, too. They pound the ball down your throat. It's a matter of the Colts can run the ball as well. The one thing the Colts can't get away from is trying to have Phillip Rivers sling the rock 40, 50 times. That's not going to win you the game. You saw that in Dallas last week. You got to pound the ball. And you can't get away from it. Even if they get onto a lead, don't panic. If they go up by 10 or 14, don't panic. Keep the game slow and allow that defense to get tired, and eventually the gaps are going to open up. That's the only way Indianapolis wins this game. They have to completely slow down the game and keep it slowed down. Don't allow the Browns to when they go up to just keep to have Philip Rivers start singing the rock, because that's not how they're going to win. So let's move on. We got the Vikings and Seahawks. JB's not here. That was gonna be fun. I
was gonna come for some more.
Yeah, I was too. I was ready to poke the bear, man. You got Seattle as a 6-5 favorite. Dalvin Cook, once again, being one of the best running backs as of right now, with 6 touchdowns, 424 yards. He's pretty much the bread and butter for that team. But you got Mr. MVP on the other side. What you think, Cheech?
The Seahawks.
Easy money?
I think it'll be a close game.
Close game?
Yeah.
Do you think the Vikings are going on that swivel where they're going to turn shit around, or you think they just won last week and they're about to get smashed?
I don't think they'll get smashed. I think they'll turn it around. I still don't think they win the division. It's a Packers.
I don't think anybody thinks they'll win the division. The Bears have a better chance.
Yeah, they might finish third in that division, but yeah, I think it'll be a good game today. But I don't really see them.
Yeah,
winning by 7. Seahawks too.
Seahawks defense is kind of bad, so
yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, so it might be a little shootout.
And Jamal Adams is out too, so that doesn't help. They don't have they just signed Snacks Harrison he played with Detroit as a free agent. They just signed him, so that's gonna give him some help. But I don't know that he's playing today. I didn't see anything on that. But that's not enough. It's not enough to completely change that. He's not that player to just just going to go in there and completely change that defense around, especially with Jamal Adams out. That's where I think Minnesota. That's the only reason I think Minnesota has a chance. That defense is so bad, and I actually think Kirk Cousins is going to be able to throw that rock today. Jefferson's finally living up to the role as far as replacing Stephon Diggs. He's looking real solid. He might be their best wide receiver. Adam Thielen has yet to.
Get at least 14 points.
Do you guys think we're kind of seeing like a Juju situation as far as like not a knock on Juju, because obviously he's better whenever Big Ben's playing, but we saw Juju go through that phase where when he became the number 1 wide receiver, he started to struggle. Yeah. Do you think we're kind of seeing that with Adam Thielen?
I don't think he struggled other than last week.
Yeah, I guess.
Really good. Yeah, he's still playing really good.
I guess it all comes down to just if.
It's just now he was getting doubled,
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, they got the other guys that side.
Yeah.
They're kind of just waiting.
A bad game, but not a bad season for sure.
So you guys think he's legit still?
Yeah.
If Borbas was here, I would have been like, Adam Thielen
I would have been like, bro,
sucks.
If Borbas was here, I was like, yo, dude, like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, I think he's a number 3 now.
He's progressing right in front of our eyes.
He's a number 3 now.
Oh, damn it, JB. I would have loved to see that reaction. I still got Seattle winning this game. I'm going to hit them with a 35-32 dub. Seattle pulls it off. But I think Dalvin Cook has 2 touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 passing. And that's the only reason they have a chance. Dalvin Cook. Who you got? You got Seahawks?
Yeah, Seahawks.
Cheech, you sticking?
Yeah.
Sticking with the Seahawks. That's a tough bet. Be careful on that bet. -6.5. That's gonna be a tight game. All right, let's move on to our final game of the day. We got the Eagles versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got the number 1 and number 2 pass rush defense in the NFL. You wouldn't have thought that unless you actually pay attention to the games, because Philly's played terrible. That defense, that secondary doesn't look very great. But the only way that they succeed is with that defensive line getting the heat. Do you want to go first?
I'll let y'all cook.
I think I'm just gonna go against because Cheech is a Steelers fan, and all he's done is trash the Cowboys, which he should because we don't deserve it. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I mean, just want to win. I don't see it happening, but I mean, there's always a possibility. So
yeah. Second best defensive pass rush in the NFL, Philadelphia. I get that, but they haven't played an offensive line like Pittsburgh has. I'm not trying to knock on Philadelphia. I typically shit on them. Last week, I actually gave them the knock because of San Francisco being so hurt. I thought they should have won that game in a better fashion than what they did. They should have completely dominated that team, but they didn't. And the reason is that again, that offensive line just doesn't have it. But the defensive line, I don't think is going to be able to put that same amount of pressure on Big Ben. Juju is going to light them up today. Light them up. If you're a fantasy owner or DraftKings, put Juju in your lineup today because it's going to happen. This dude's going to light them up. I'm talking about 2 to 3 touchdowns today. The only way Philadelphia wins is by scoring because they're going to give up points. That's going to happen. They're going to give up points. They got to be able to score. But Carson Wentz has to get rid of the ball. The guy is holding the ball way too long. He's progressing right in front of our eyes. He's no longer that MVP candidate that everybody suspected. Ever since that injury, he just doesn't see. Honestly, ever since Nick Foles won in that Super Bowl, he just seems like he's never been the same. I don't know if it's an ego check. Yeah, I don't know if it's an ego check, but it's kind of disappointing. I hate Philly so much that I love seeing them fail. But as a football fan, it's like, come on. And he's $100 million quarterback, bro. That's probably the most annoying thing. You see all these quarterbacks getting paid these bags, and yet they can't perform. It's probably the most annoying thing in the world. But I do got the Steelers winning this easily, 30-10.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What you got?
Hey, best defense in the league. We're undefeated. Ben's back. We're all healthy. Got a week of rest. 2 weeks to prepare for the horrible Eagles.
This is very true.
You know what, dude? I think he'll give me 3 touchdowns. Win by 3.
Dang. Who's your performer of that game?
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
I think he's gonna, and I think Minka Fitzpatrick gets a pick today.
How many sacks does Watt have?
2. I'll give him 2.
2.
Now I'm gonna go too crazy.
They're giving up 14 in 4 games. No, 14 in 4 games. That's
we could get at least
plus
5
a game.
5 or 6 today.
Damn.
With that pass rush, and I think we're gonna tear them up offensively. Our offensive line's too good. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna pound the ball. We're gonna throw it to Juju, and Big Ben's gonna have a field day.
Do you
400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Excuse me. Do you think this is a must-win for Philly?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they need to win. Bad.
Philly's
everybody in that division needs to win. Like
really
that's how close. That's how close that division is, just because everybody sucks. So like they need to win. Every team needs to win.
We gotta stop throwing that "sucks" word around when we're talking about the Dubs. Just a little common courtesy for me. You know what I mean? It hurts, bro. You're hurting me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Doing these shows sometimes, I'm just like, God damn, like, why do we suck?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would come in with a little more energy, like, let's go. I do my little recaps on Monday, and when Dallas just sucked 3 times already, right? And it's just like, man, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, like, what do I say? Like, you just don't have that same energy. Cause
you can't say anything.
Yeah.
If you say something, then you're just a typical Cowboys fan.
Exactly. And the last thing I want to be is a freaking typical Cowboys fan. Because there's a huge difference, right? I mean, even Cowboy fans know the difference.
The only reason I hate it.
I think that's a lot of the reason that people hate them.
I wouldn't care if like they weren't like every time they win a game, it's like, oh, we're bad, niggas like 1-15.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year. It's like, no, what? That I think it's just the fans kind of ruin it. Like a lot of the fans
I don't think the fans ruin it. I think the defense ruins
it.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about why.
I got on this like Cowboy fan page.
They're like so delusional.
They really are.
Yeah, we really are. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say weak. I don't speak as a typical. I just kind of take it in stride. I shut up more now too because the minute I put something on Facebook, Snapchat,
they give it to you.
Just, oh my god. Then I put something and it's just bad juju. The next minute, they throw an interception, get sacked, fumble the ball, whatever the case is, and then it's just like.
Yeah, I definitely stay off social media.
Every time they started losing, it's like my homie Fernando, we them boys. Because he's a Cowboy. We them boys.
I stay off of that shit just because, yeah, man, there's too many trolls. They just troll the shit out of them. It's like a field day. And it's so, I think it's funny because obviously people do it just to kind of poke at the bear, but because majority of these people that talk shit don't watch football, and 2, they're actually watching the Cowboys game like every other game's going on. So like that, I think that also gives that Cowboy fan some fuel because it's like, dude, shut the hell up. Like, look what you're watching. And they're like, I don't like the Cowboys. And it's like, dog.
But it's fun
That's
watching
been the
them
persona
lose.
since the 90s, bro. Like, that's the reason they're America's team is because
They're like Floyd Mayweather, right?
I hate saying this word.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
But I would say-
who wins.
I wouldn't-
Yeah, but as far as like engagement,
I wouldn't say like, because I hate saying the word haters, but I think they have more of that than they do of fans.
oh yeah,
I think that's what makes them America's team is probably more hate than love.
that's 100%. That's
More
100% of it.
I
They've
wouldn't
been
say
won in
that.
20 years.
But that saying was brought in the 90s. I mean, they were America's team. They were. You know,
Yeah. And
they were
I
at the
mean,
time.
technically, they still are. They're the most.
Yeah.
They're the most watched team in football or in sports in general. Like last week when they played Seattle, that was the most televised game, including like the basketball games, baseball games.
Yeah.
The most watched event, not sporting event, the most watched event. It was like 20 million views or something like that. That just shows how many people. I don't know if that shows exactly how many Cowboy fans there are, but it definitely shows how much haters there are.
No, yeah, definitely everybody watches you.
But I think
Did you wanna
I
see
think
him
that
lose
feels
or what?
Cowboy fans. Because if you go like 1 in every 3 fan, like if you go talk to someone, it's like, oh, who's your favorite team? And it's like Baltimore. Oh yeah, do you hate anybody? Dude, I can't stand the goddamn Cowboys. And it's just like, god damn.
I think that's more annoying though. Is like just especially for this area. Like I feel like if you're not a Cowboys fan, a
You're a
Steelers fan,
Broncos.
a Raiders fan, a Broncos fan, I think if you're anything other than that, I think you're just a bandwagoner from when they won the Super Bowl or had a good playoff run. Like if you're a Bengals fan, like I don't want to hear it. Just stay in your corner. Don't reply to my post. Like there's just it's weird.
Bengals
I've never.
That was a little direct.
Kansas Chiefs, like the Chiefs,
Oh, yeah, just in
Chiefs
general.
fans though. Like I have known 2 diehard fans in my whole life. Shout out to my boy Heath Grayson, retired vet. Appreciate the service. I mean, that's one of the. I mean, he's been the most diehard fan I've probably ever known. And other than that, I mean, he's probably this old man who's drinking beer at the bar with.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I've been a Chiefs fan since the 90s, and it's weird. Man.
Bro, I've been a Chiefs fan since Joe Montana.
All random, huh?
Yeah.
Trent Green was like my favorite quarterback of all time.
Dude, when Dante Hall was there, man, that shit was lit. Actually, I did like Dante Hall, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was fun to watch. But let me ask you guys this: best kick return of all time.
Devin Hester.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Devin Hester. I would say Dion, but I didn't really watch Dion play.
I didn't watch him, but I mean,
I watched him on his downside of his career,
Yeah.
like when he went to Baltimore.
He's probably number 2 though.
I was gonna say
But Devin Hester, like,
He did in the Super Bowl.
Did the Bears basically like that year they went to the Super Bowl? It was like they're either gonna get a defensive touchdown or Devin Hester's gonna return a kick. That was the only way they were gonna score. That was the only way they were scoring. They got to the Super
Was
Bowl.
the Bears quarterback? It was Rex Grossman. Right?
Yeah, it was Rex.
God, that's so awful. Who even is Rex Grossman? I don't even know how the hell I knew his name.
Yeah.
But I don't even like Matt Ford. Was it Forte?
He wasn't there yet.
Not yet.
No, he wasn't there yet. He was not there yet.
It was literally that defense was solid, right?
Yeah, that defense was
That's all it
nasty.
was.
Like Briggs, Urlacher, what's that corner? They had a good corner and a safety. And
That's crazy.
But like literally, Devin Hester had like 10 returns that year.
Yeah,
for
dude, he was
touchdowns?
a beast. Every time he got the ball, I was like, holy shit.
You didn't know it was gonna happen. Deshaun Jackson did there too.
Oh yeah, he's alright. He's alright.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing today, but
No, I just thought he was out there.
yo, all right, man. That's the end of the show, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you coming on, saving my life. Whoever's watching, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Today has been a shitty day. Hopefully, my laptop's not fried. Dallas is still gonna win, so I feel optimistic today. Yo, this is Speaking Out Loud, sponsored by MT Boutique. Don't forget to check it out. I appreciate the love, man. Y'all go ahead and kill it today. Make a difference. Do something for someone and do something for yourself. That's what it's all about. Share the love. Appreciate y'all, man. See ya.